After months of promising to impeach the head of Homeland Security, House Republicans took it a step further today, launching an investigation into Alejandro Mayorkas' handling of the southern border. They are accusing the secretary of being, quote, derelict in his duties.
On February the 2nd, 2021, Alejandro Mayorkas was sworn in to be the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Since then, the American people have suffered from a national security, humanitarian, and public safety disaster at the southwest border.
House Republicans on the Homeland Security Committee claim Mayorkas' policy decisions have led to the worst border crisis in American history. But their investigation into the secretary is already considered a foregone conclusion. In fact, at least 4 House Republicans have already filed articles of impeachment against Mayorkas. And calls for his removal go back at least 2 years. The top Democrat on the committee says the investigation is a sham.
It's obvious this hearing isn't really about border security. It's not even really about Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas or the Department of Homeland Security. It's about partisan politics.
Under Mayorkas, Border Patrol has apprehended more than 5 million migrants, and the number of southwest border apprehensions hit a record last year. But since the Trump-era health policy Title 42 expired last month, the number of migrants crossing illegally has dropped 70%. Even so, Border Patrol is still arresting more than 3,000 people a day. And that's about the same number of arrests as those during the Trump administration in his first 3 years in office before COVID. It's one thing to listen to Republican congressmen criticize Secretary Mayorkas. It's another thing to listen to people who actually used to work for him. NewsNation spoke to 2 recently retired patrol agents in Texas, and they had some tough words about the department that patrols our nation's borders. NewsNation's border correspondent, Ali Bradley, joins me live. Ali, what are they saying about Secretary Mayorkas and his leadership?
Yeah, Elizabeth, you said it there. He's been being grilled by Congress for over 2 years now, the secretary being on Capitol Hill at least 10 times. And the Border Patrol agents I talked to say even if he is removed, it won't change anything.
You have chosen.
Secretary Mayorkas has maintained that the border is secure, but that's not necessarily the sentiment on the ground.
Morale does not exist. It's non-existent.
Those we spoke with who have worked along the southern border say morale among agents is at an all-time low. Agents across the southern border have told me they feel like they are the middlemen in the biggest human smuggling operation in the world. San Diego Sector Patrol Agent in Charge J.J. Carrell retired. And while he had the option to stay, like many others, he chose to leave.
Nothing makes sense, and it's done on purpose. It's a chaotic. You're down on the border, Ali. You know, it's chaos, but it's intentional chaos.
He says Mayorkas is in charge, and he's responsible for the current state of the border.
He's taken a system, an immigration system that was law enforcement centric, to now a facilitating arm of the federal government to bring in illegal immigrants. He's the tip of the spear.
Yuma Sector Chief Chris Clem retired in December and says he could see the change in leadership when Mayorkas was appointed.
He never really put the emphasis on the policies. He didn't drive the message home to the White House that, hey, we have to secure this border. And that's the difference in what the previous secretaries had done. Even some of the secretaries under President Obama focused on getting border security a priority.
But Clem tells me he believes it doesn't matter if Mayorkas is replaced because the person who appointed him is still there.
As long as the same person is going to be appointing the next person, you know, it's just going to continue, right?
Now, of course, you heard them say their morale is the lowest it's ever been. This all comes, Elizabeth, as the agency continues to struggle to recruit new agents. Border Patrol struggling there despite increasing that hiring incentive from 10,000 to 20,000 months ago. They still haven't been able to fill those recruitment classes.
All right, Ali Bradley, thanks so much for that reporting.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.